Hello class, Dr. Mack here. We're into week 7. I have some workers at my house, so you may hear some noise. So I'm trying to muffle it out with some Mumford Lumineers music in the background. I love listening to some good tunes while I'm doing some work. It's a rainy day here in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm checking in with week 7 as you prepare to do your oral presentations, as well as your PowerPoint or Mentimeter presentations with your partner. This week we really start to apply how we communicate effectively in our businesses and our organizations, and that comes with presenting in ways that are engaging, that show that you have some personality, that you're educated on the areas that you're presenting in, that you can effectively communicate, influence, motivate, and that is the purpose of this week's assignments. Specifically with your presentations and your oral presentations, it's not necessarily the content that you're presenting, but how you're presenting it that's important. And we learned some tactics and techniques throughout the past 7 weeks on being concise and clear with your purpose, how to propose ideas, engage others, and what works and doesn't work when it comes to effectively communicating. We saw that in the work fails. We saw that in your conversations, introducing others or applying for positions. So try and use those skills that you've learned throughout the past 7 weeks as you finish up your assignments for week 7. Think about some of the best influencers, speakers that you've watched. Some of my favorites are Brene Brown, Barack Obama, Maya Angelou. And I think what really speaks to me whenever they dive in and communicate ideas or theory or thoughts or just convictions is the way that they connect with the person, the way that they show vulnerability, the way that they show authenticity, the way that they use education and research to back up their thoughts, and it's not just random. So think about that as you create your presentations this week. Communication leads to happier workplaces, and when we effectively communicate a message, it affects our whole workplace or our team. And so keep that in mind. No matter what level of management you're at, or what position or title you have, business communications will be important. And so I hope you enjoyed the course. I hope you enjoyed all of the tactics that you learned and the tools. And as always, feel free to reach out. I know that some of this might have been stuff that you learned years ago, but I also think that it's important to revisit it. As you saw throughout the assignments, even with submitting your resume to connecting others, there were always improvements that could be made, or grammar errors, or just some small things like naming your resume so that it's easy to locate. So it's always good to have those assignments to remind us what's important, to learn how to effectively communicate in different organizations, to learn at new topics like tone policing and how that affects people who are oppressed in the workplace, minorities, women, others. So just learning new tools, techniques, and better ways to communicate. So I hope you enjoyed the course. Feel free to reach out if you need anything else, and take care.